Hi, how you guys doing? This is Rick Rogers from Doomsday Models, nighttime version. Decided to try to get a quick one in before Christmas. So hopefully some things I cover will help you out a little bit. Some of it is an update to some of my hobby stuff that I organized, and I'm just hoping that it'll help you out too. So we'll just get into that. Alrighty. So I saw a guy in another video. If I can remember his name, I'd give him credit. I'm going to give him credit anyway if you happen to see it. He had an upside down soda can he was using to mix when you do rough texture on the side of an armor model. You mix the glue with Tamiya putty, the gray one, and you swirl that together. What he did was he just used cut the can out as neatly as he could and just used it rough, whereas I just took it the next step because that's just me. Two-part epoxy putty, put it together. It's a little heavier, and you just clean it out. I've cleaned it out a couple times now since use. And this is also a smaller can, about the same. Funny, it's about the same circumference on the inside. Just the outer part is, of course, much smaller. Those are the Izzy drinks, if you're curious as what that is. And this is just any kind of tin can, just about. Okay, an update on my cotton bud, Q-tips, whatever you want to call them. These are souvenir shells that are cut in half or thirds from their ammunition. I believe it's 30 millimeter rounds. Anyway, I've chosen other tops. These are Listerine cup holders, and the notch holds it on either side, and it just keeps the dust off them. I just clean these. I can't give you the cotton buds themselves. They just happen to get dust. Dust gets everywhere. I don't know if you can see the dust that's on top of my flashlight right there. You don't want that kind of stuff on your cotton buds for obvious reasons. It gets in your work, but I use them a lot for decals and whatnot, and I just don't want that stuff in my work. So I came up with that. I don't know where my head comes up with this stuff, but my head comes up with it, and then I just figure it out. Next thing, how to make quick access for your epoxy putties that are for final work. Your two-part, I believe it's called green and blue putty. You can knead together, and there's Tamiya QuickType and Tamiya Smooth Surface. And what I've done is just pre-done some balls here that you can put together quickly. That way you don't have to get out the box every time and get your fingers all sticky and this and that. It's more of a quick reference to get right to your supplies and just start getting into it. I think these things are screw types. Sorry, I'm not using my tripod for this one because I'm just trying to get it out quickly. But they screw into each other and you get quick access. I just think it's working for me. If you decide to do it, you can get these things anywhere, Hobby Lobby, dollar store, something like that. My wife just happened to have some, so I liberated them. Many of you remember from my very first video on I didn't know what to do with these drawers. Now I've come up with these stick holders and the clips. I've actually cut them in half and can hold on to things. As you see here, I have a mixture of my old way of using toothpicks or longer toothpicks and the clips. They're working pretty darn well. One of my projects here that since it's winter now and it's cold out in the garage where I airbrush, I just keep making more models, and they're stacking up. I think I'm working on my 11th one right now. This one is new. I cleaned out these two drawers. I had stuff that I was going to start doing. And I decided when I'm in the middle of working on something, I have these trays. I don't know if I ever talked about them. They are Glock gun trays. I don't have a sidearm myself. Wish I did, but I don't. But this Glock tray is a rubber. So if you cut parts off your sprue and let them land here, they don't bounce. They're not going to bounce off this hard surface or anything like that. And it's really cool. So when I'm done for the day, I like to clean up my bench every day when I'm done. Unless, oddly enough, I'm building metal track, I tend to let that go until I'm done with both sides. And here's these are right in the middle of cleaning. As you can tell, there's still sprue mess on there and whatnot. But I've got them in here just to keep the dust off them. It's very important for me anyway to keep the dust off them. This is right in the middle of my next project. This some of the bogies and roller wheels. When I'm ready, I'll get those going. And I just got so anyway, I finally figured out what to do with these neat little drawers. If you find these on eBay, and you can, they're just not cheap, and it's only because of the shipping. I think I found these for $15 a piece, maybe $10 a piece, at a Lodi Street Fair in Lodi, California. They didn't have them this year. I went to take a look at it, and they had nothing like that. So I guess I was just lucky, the right place, right time. And another thing I wanted to show you, since they're stacking up, I wanted to kind of mark the outside so I can see from a distance what's in the box. So that's a Soviet conversion of a Panzer III chassis. They converted Russian equipment. They confiscated tons of it in battles because the Germans kept losing. Anyways, you can see I've got the pictures outside the box. I think it really helps, and I'll tell you why, because I get some of the excess in the closet here. So I'm going to show you. They're right here. I mean, it's really nice to have these marks when I come in here, and I wonder, which one do I feel like painting if it happens to be a warm day? And chicken that I am, it actually was pretty nice out there, and I just didn't feel like painting. Isn't that weird? But I think it's really kind of cool, and I've only got one left that's empty. So I'm going to have to start painting. I don't think I can collect more kits. I mean, I probably will anyway, because I'm stupid like that. My head says, no, get some more. So I will probably do it, drive my wife crazy, but that's how it goes. Let's see. Hope some of that helps so far. I don't know. I really, I've got so many models, and they're completed. I just I have to force myself to start painting. I'm just gonna have to do it, and I think it's because I'm so excited about the metal barrels, and I got the metal tracks as a psychological thing. I covering them in paint. It just, I don't know. I'm weird. But anyway, my interest primarily in this channel is to get people that either haven't been in this hobby and looking for something they want to do with their spare time. I think it's a great hobby for that and to create something. I mostly want to address, and I want to limit my audience, obviously. But those people like myself that did models as a kid, and because of the technology back then, that the messy, stringy tube glue and whatnot that I've talked about before, it just wasn't enjoyable, and I gave it up pretty quick. Um, Tried to pick it up briefly when I had small kids, and it just doesn't work. And that's why guys, I tell you, that's why guys that are in there are some really talented women in this hobby as well. For the people that did it and they're younger, they tend to stop when they have kids, and that's just normal. You have family, and you have a job, and you have to address your family first. A hobby like this can't, and if you have an addictive personality like myself, it can really take up a lot of your time. And you don't want to take that away from the kids. They're only kids once, and so that's why when people tend to say, the Facebook modeling groups and stuff, I'm back in the hobby after 30 years. That's why. And you just got to admire that, and it's just practical. So I want everyone to have a great holiday season, great Christmas. Spend some time with your families. Try not to let this hobby appear to be more important than it is to the rest of your family. They're going to start hating your hobby because it takes so much time away from them. So try to find a balance. I'm trying to do that. I think I'm doing okay. But anyway, I will see you soon. A week or two, I'll put another video out if you're interested. And I will see you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.